time now for another 8 News Day Trip. Wednesdays are so much fun.
Woo! Ready to go? This week, Tim Panday takes us down to Dinwiddie for some gem mining. Play the guitars, fellas.
This is Lucky Lake Mine in Dinwiddie, Virginia. Now, it may not look like much, but there's treasure hidden within, and today, we're here to find it.
We are at Lucky Lake Gem and Mineral Mine, where we have recreational gem mining for the family.
Now, when was the last time you thought, well, let's take the family out to a mine and dig through the dirt and hope we find something cool?
You got something good there.
Yeah, probably not the first idea on your list of things to do, but let me tell you, it is a blast.
Ooh, wow, that's
Look at
gorgeous.
that sucker. Here's how it works. There's no back-breaking work digging in a giant mine. You pick a bucket depending on how much dirt you want to sift through and what types of rocks you're looking for. Then you and your family dig in, literally.
The kids love it, and it's a lot of fun for them to dig in some dirt and find some rocks, and they, collect the rocks.
The gems and minerals that come out of this mine are breathtaking, from amethyst to quartz and even rubies. To make your bucket even more interesting, Lucky Lake throws in gems and minerals not naturally found here. Some are from across the world, making this treasure you unearth even that much more special. This is a very unique hands-on experience that not only will keep the kids busy for the day, but parents, if you're trying to strike it rich, both gold and diamonds have popped up in the buckets here. In fact, in the entire state of Virginia, only 4 diamonds have been found, one of them right here. The mine is owned and operated by a family.
Let's see what we have.
So it's right on target that all the activities here are family-oriented. Whether it's huddling around the 100-foot flume to sift through your stash, or grabbing one of the picnic tables to have a nice family meal surrounded by nature.
A lot of family trips, the kids are off running, you're not really spending time with them. Here, you're sitting with your family, working and talking the whole time. These right here are your brachiated jasper. When you're finished, we're going to take you out to a table and lay all your stones out. We're going to tell you about all the stones.
It's just a good time we can go dig through the dirt, get gemstones, and have a nice picnic.
All right, that's it.
Another very unique aspect of Lucky Lake is that Beth is a gem cutter.
So if you find a rock, and there's certain buckets that come with gem cutting, you're going to leave it with me, and I'm going to cut it for you into a gemstone that could be put into a piece of jewelry.
Oh my gosh, guys, check this out.
Reporting from the mines at Lucky Lake in Dinwiddie, I'm Tim Panday for 8 News Daytrippers.
Well, it is time to take another day trip. It's a pretty day for it.
This week, 8 News meteorologist Tim Panday goes to Charlottesville for a tour of Monticello.
This week's 8 News Day Trippers takes us to the city of Charlottesville, where we are visiting Monticello, the home of our nation's 3rd president, Thomas Jefferson. You can see why it's such a remarkable landmark, thanks to its architecture, beautiful grounds, and spectacular views. Monticello is a complete reflection of Thomas Jefferson and the person he was. He was constantly experimenting with new building practices, ideas, and concepts, which is why the home was nearly always under some sort of construction or renovation during his time here. It's what we call a work in progress. Nowadays, the public can experience and understand President Jefferson by exploring his life, both politically and privately, through tours and activities offered at Monticello.
When you come here to Monticello, there are more than 100 things that you can do besides taking a tour of the house here. We offer family programs and family tours. We have exhibit galleries down below, a Griffin Discovery Room, which is great if you have a family with young children.
Recently, Monticello underwent a major restoration project called the Mountaintop Project to bring the home back to the time of Jefferson and revive different levels of the home, which are now available for viewing by the public.
One of the things that people who have been here before might be interested in is taking our behind-the-scenes tour, which is an offering we have 6 times a day.
Monticello was designed by Jefferson to be totally self-sufficient with what seemed like a fully functioning miniature city, with its own slave population that tended to the farms and livestock, as well as cultivating numerous cash crops to sustain Jefferson's ventures. We're standing in Thomas Jefferson's vegetable garden. Essentially, this was his laboratory where he experimented with over 330 different varieties and 99 species of plants. Now today, this is used to cultivate and preserve seeds.
Mulberry Road was a site of industry and agriculture in Jefferson's time and is now in the process of being restored. There are also numerous ongoing archaeological digs here, like this one, right on Mulberry Road. Events are held at Monticello throughout the year, and a schedule of upcoming activities can all be found on their website. Reporting in Charlottesville, for 8 News Daytrippers, I'm Tim Pandages.
Virginia's been home to many presidents, but perhaps the most prestigious of all of them is the country's first, George Washington.
And this week, Tim Pandages takes us to his sprawling estate in Northern Virginia on a new 8 Daytrippers.
This week we're in Mount Vernon, visiting the home of our nation's first president, George Washington. He lived here for over 40 years, and you know, at one point he said there's no place that he would rather be. You can see why with this amazing view.
There are 2 things that will strike you when you arrive at the Washington's home: the view overlooking the Potomac River, and then the home itself, its modesty. It's hard to believe the simplicity of the home of the man that was once sought after to become the king of the newly formed United States. The home has been open for tours so the public can learn more about the man who is now referred to as the father of a nation. Since its opening in 1860, over 85 million people have visited. Throughout the tour, you can take a glimpse into the life of George and Martha, both during the Revolution and the years following his presidency, all the way to his death in 1799. Right out back is George and Martha's gardens, and this time of the year they are full of color with hundreds of different flowers and plants to enjoy. President Washington loved Mount Vernon so much that he chose to be interred here, alongside his beloved wife, Martha. While visiting, I had the honor to lay a wreath inside the tomb, and it was a remarkable feeling to be within arm's length of our country's very first president. It's not only tours that are offered here, but a museum is also a must-visit, as the collections within it are priceless and offer an even deeper insight into the Washingtons. As with most historic sites, there are interpreters here to aid in experiencing the past.
Can't think of a more beautiful place to entertain my visitors than here in our garden.
We met up with Martha Washington, who told us about what more we could expect while visiting.
There's much to see here. People can even come by boat from Alexandria and dock at our docks. And they love to spend all day. We have galleries and experiences for children here as well. So it takes about a day's time, really, to enjoy it.
You'd expect that the biggest celebration to go on in Mount Vernon would have to be the 4th of July, and it certainly delivers.
On the 4th day of July, we have a very grand celebration and do enjoy those events which mark our nation's history as well.
Reporting from Mount Vernon for 8 News Daytrippers, I'm Tim Pandages.